Hello, and welcome back. Right here with Zach. In this discussion, we're going to be talking about why Jesus could not possibly have been a prophet. Now, in order to do that, we need to know what a prophet is. And a prophet in Jewish religion, and I think also in Islam, and also in Christianity, I think all three of those essentially agree on what a prophet is. A prophet is considered a mouthpiece of God. They are someone who has an ear to the throne of God, unlike you and unlike me. And God speaks to them audibly. He's like, all right, Zach, let's say you're a prophet. And I guess in this scenario, I'm gonna play God. But it's like, all right, Zach, nobody else can hear me except for you, not like this. And here's exactly what I want you to do. Take notes, and then you're gonna do it. And he's either says yes or no. And we do see Jonah in the New Testament. He's like, forget that. I'm not going over to Nineveh. Those people are little Cretans. They're Ninevites. I am not gonna go. And what does God do? He said, no. I told you what to do, and now you're going to do it. And so he sticks him at the bottom of the ocean in a big fish, and then he obeys. So a prophet hears from God and either writes down his word as he said it and translates that into the world through their humanity, or they do what he said. Okay, so a prophet is the mouthpiece of God. And this is true, again, for pretty much all three of the monotheistic religions, as far as I'm aware. Okay, now, was Jesus a prophet? And you'll begin to see some of these religions, being Islam, believe Jesus was a prophet, and they will say that themselves. But when you are a Jew and you are a prophet, the number one no-no is to claim to be God. Still, that is blasphemy. A prophet is a servant of God who is separate from themselves. They hear from God and they execute the will of God. They are not God, and they know that. So there are no other prophets in the Bible that claim to be God. In Islam, Muhammad does not claim to be God. He is a prophet of Allah, who is God. Allah is the God that they serve. Okay, so a prophet would be immensely guilty, would be a terrible prophet who claimed to be God. And this, I think, Zach, follows exactly what you pointed out in the last video. If a prophet claims to be God, they are no longer even possible to be a good man. They're either a liar or they're crazy. But a prophet
Yes.
who's actually a prophet claiming to be God is obviously not God. Okay, so
Additionally, just a thought I had to tack on there. A prophet, the prophets were certainly known for saying offensive things,
oh
but
yeah,
generally speaking, the offensive things that were being said were condemnations for the behaviors of the Jews. And while Jesus did have a great many things to say that were condemnations and were offensive as such, one of the things he said that would have been antithetical and was considered antithetical at that time to all prior held Jewish beliefs was that God was going to save the Gentiles. The message was for the Gentiles. The kingdom of heaven was now being passed on to
right.
them as a result of the misdeeds of the Jewish people. That was ultimately one of the key components for what got him crucified.
Yeah,
It would have been trending over into lunatic
yeah.
to claim to be a prophet
Mhm.
that claims to be God, and furthermore be spreading a message that you guys messed up so bad, we're going to go over to the dirty Gentiles now.
That's great. So that's awesome. So recapping, thank you. Recapping, Jesus could not have been a prophet. A prophet who is actually listening to God is never going to claim to be God. I can only imagine the lightning bolt that would have come for him on the back end of that if he was only a prophet. Furthermore, if Jesus was a prophet and then claimed to be God, he would be either a liar or a lunatic, which we've already seen there's no evidence for. He could not have possibly been a good man in any scenario, and especially not if he was, in fact, only a prophet. So, in this video, we're looking at Jesus and the fact that the question, was he a prophet? It seems that the answer would have to just logically be no. In the next video, we're going to kind of summarize this and bring it to a conclusion with the reasoning we have gone through. Jesus, was he a liar? Was he a lunatic? Was he Lord? Was he a good man? Was he a prophet? We'll see you in the next video. God bless.